A bit unlucky. Here's Higgins, and now he spirals one. The race is on from Membry. Stanley's a good athlete. Membry turns him inside out. Open goal square. Can the Saints kick the first? Right against the flow of play. Well done, Tim Membry.
Ross feeds the ball to Crouch. Almost out of trouble, then lost the footy, but got taken high. Windhagen will be 60 from home when he looks for a forward leading inside 50.
Time back on Stan Patrick.
He just looks like the right play to wear the number 2 for the Saints.
Tough and hard, and will be there a long time, you would think. So the number 12 crosses the arc, kicks it pretty neatly. Umpire hardly shuffles.
Case. Higgins is going to get it over the top. Can they pull it again and see if they can find Max King? And that's where Cooper Sharman's heading. It just was a little awkward. And well done the Cats defence to shuffle back, but Burns can send it inside forward 50. Membry's going to come out at it. And that's a transition from defence to forward 50 that will make the Saints happy. Three-time leading goal kicker for the Saints, Tim Membry, kicked the first of the night, and that is a beautiful finish. Back-to-back goals for the Saints.
Everyone up and okay.
Henry has got out the back, and Max King, we know he's quick, and he's decided to go with a little sandwich over the top, put it out in the path of Henry, who's quick as well. He's had a bit of a fumble. Tom Stewart, brilliant as always. Jack Higgins, he might have got his head ripped off. Umpire said he accentuated the contact. It comes out to Philippo, and that is something from nothing for the Saints.
In the end, Jack Steele the beneficiary. Hurriedly towards King. Had a fair bit of it, and then the Koning under pressure. Owens arrived. King ends up with a football. Onto the left. Going to just drop short. Important here. Wilson. He's kicked his first. The youngster in his first outing.
At the moment, Mason Wood gets going in the Max King direction. He has a good look at it. Beautifully done front and centre. Henry. He's threatening. It's decided to pull the kick, but it's going to be okay. Picked up by Membry. And Membry's got 3.
So, new stand is filled. At the moment, they'll be okay with the outcome. 19-point leaders, but through Darcy Wilson, the debutant, the Saints have got an opportunity. Flying was Liam Henry, leaving it behind. Higgins scooping it up. Can he kick a goal? Higgins, left foot, just will fall short. Sharman. If he's quick and swift, there'll be 4 to play in a 13-point margin. Straight through. Saints have got 7. Margin back to 13.
Marshall crosses the line. They have the set play to Jack Steele, and it's worked beautifully down to the captain. Max King has drawn a free kick. So Kilda refusing to give up.
Just Sam is here.
Huge moment. Young superstar of the game, Max King. Can he deliver for his side? It looks pretty good. It's going to get there. The fist pump from Max King. And we are back to within a 7-point ball game. The Saints, they are in full-on attack mode. They've got some good game awareness here. Stanley dropped the mark. He should have taken. Max King's on his own. Max King's going to get a chance to get the Saints within a point. Decides to play on. The hard runner, Henry, and he leaves it out the back for the debutant, Darcy Wilson. He's got one, decides to play on and kick his second. 2 goals to Darcy Wilson. The Wilson family are going nuts.
The slow-mo replay.
Holding.
Free kick will go Marshall's way here. Got one high. Sends it very, very deep. King's the intended target. Moore the assist. Out the back door. Higgins is the only one there.
Membry quick to move it. Holding on shortly. Marshall must get the free kick. Mason Cox had him wrapped up Greco-Roman style. And get something started tonight. Nice kick. Right through the middle.
Well to follow up here. Any Collingwood jumpers. Side bottom, almost running over the top of his teammate. Out to King. The overlap from Higgins. Hill is a little bit wider. He's good by foot. He's got great precision. And there's a good example to Henry. Directly in front of the punt road end here. Just inside the 50, distance okay. Accuracy superb. Saints looking good. Draw level.
Caught by Marshall by the jumper, back to Frampton. Frampton turns it over to the wing. Burns takes the mark.
Wasn't a great kick, not great composure by Frampton. Burns. Out wide, here's King, long way from home, 70 metres out. Thought about the little one on the boundary. Straightens up for something more effective down the middle. Moore has so far in this quarter been very strong in the air. His handball not so good. Mopped up by Brad Hill. Step around the body. St Kilda have got 3 in a row. Well done by Windhager. Zach Jones, the sub who's been activated. Owens ran into the brick wall but escaped. Went long. Look at this for the Saints. They're out everywhere. King, can he make it work? The pressure from side bottom. King around the corner. Frampton free kick. Free kick.
And those mistakes can just happen when you're scrambling. Billy Frampton obviously didn't know where the ball was.
Higgins makes it 4 in a row. Saints by 2 goals. Rookie. Short ball to Sinclair. Sinclair to Ross, and game 200 for him. Here comes Moore again across the face of the pack, did well. Picked up here by Membry. Snap at goal. They've got 5 St Kilda goals in a row.
He's taken the 5 marks, BT, to the wing. Cameron, the target, but battle with the strong hands. Membry and Moore lock up. Kick goes deep. Out comes King, holds on to it. To kick it over 50 metres. That looked fluid. And what a finish it is. He's pumped up and the Saints get one back.
Rookie able to feed it out nicely to Sinclair. Sinclair, a little one over the top to Burns. Now Wanganeen Millerer. Out wide. Hammers it down the line. Henry's underneath this and he makes it work.
Stand, Rossi.
Good user of the footy into the danger zone. Membry. Kick of about 45 metres here. Looks good. Very, very nice indeed. 2 early ones in the third for the Saints. Flew, didn't get hands near it. Owens, lovely handball. Windhager busts the Howe tackle out to Wanganeen Millerer, steps on the gas, takes some good meterage. Beautiful ball to Membry. King wants it, 1 out, didn't get the depth in the kick that he'd hoped. Side bottom there, knocks it to Higgins. Higgins runs in and kicks his 3rd.
Only again, Membry, defensive side of the wing. Jones, they look full of running, St Kilda. They share it around that outer side. Wilson to King. Ball movements, brilliant ball movements. The tally read all the more unfavourably. Can he fade it back? He can. He's having a say. King's got 3.
211 for him, the same as the great Max Richardson played for the Pies. Wayne's brother played 277. Here they go again. King out the back door. Jeremy Howe let it go straight through his feet. Picked up here by Henry. Ran a long way. High footy. Sharman. With 1:30 remaining in the third. Sharman no further than 20 metres. Punt road and goals.
Fights hard for it. Marshall shoots out a hand pass under severe pressure. Windhager off to Steele. Steele to half forward. King one-on-one with Frampton. Used his body well to Henry. Henry should eat it up. He does. Saints fans will lap it up.
A little bit throughout the week too about this extra weeks at the pre-season that the bottom sides get compared to the top sides. St Kilda only got 2 or 3 weeks more than Collingwood, but you can see the run in their legs at the moment.
As Filippo thrusts them forward again, it might go all the way. Filippo kicks the goal.
Membry's out the back and got a nice sit here. It's a 2-on-1. Jeremy Howe's got to beat 2. No one looked after Membry. Almost gloved it as well. Moore knocks it to Higgins. It was out of bounds, I reckon. Gee, I thought it was out of bounds. Long kick is a goal. I thought he was out. Umpire said play on. It's a goal.
Draper in the right spot, but couldn't capitalise. Ross feeds the handball out. Owens back to Higgins. He kicked 4 last year against the Bombers, and he has continued that form on. Hasn't missed a beat. The core ball, they link the handballs all the way to the end, and it comes to a very sudden conclusion with the turnover. Now it's Marshall. Wobbled it forward. Oh, the Bombers really not in the same wavelength there. Redmond and Heppel. Owens has a quick glance to the inside. Back to Higgins, who was able to show terrific poise, and feeds the ball into Sinclair. So Jack Sinclair, returning from injury last week, he's elevated himself to a top liner in the last 4 years, and he delivers St Kilda's second goal. Slammed into the turf. Sinclair with the tackle. Forced the Bombers to cough it up. Windhager from Ross, and then to Caminiti. Trying to get through was Mackay. Hits the ground, and then Higgins. Filippo got to work. Caminiti to Butler. They've got the answers up forward to Saints. Or have they? He jumped at Caminiti and somehow, eventually, has gone through. Trying to take the mark from the Heppel kick, and then goes back into the goal square almost.
Well, there's nothing easy.
Oh. Well, that was easy for the Saints. And for Caminiti, who rams it through. Reaching over, taps to good effect. Heppel. Wilkie saw it early. And now he's galloping away with the footy. Through the middle of the ground, on the bounce, Filippo. Again, twisting and turning Hill. Forward with the hands. Ross with his back to goal. And was still able to connect, even though he misfired. Sinclair, great delivery, and there it is, Kingy. Move it on. Just took 15 marks inside forward 50 last year, but as we said, he can hit the scoreboard, and if he starts the way he has today, he could do anything in a game. It wasn't pure off the boot, but it's right through the middle. And after Essendon kicked the last 2, they'll certainly take that, St Kilda. You know what you can and can't do as a runner. Goldstein, good hands. Perkins kicks wiped out though. Filippo's been in everything so far this quarter. Steele, and that was a beautiful kick. Too good as it turned out for Membry. Higgins might tidy up anyway off the left. He can kick them from anywhere, this man. Essendon buy some time. That's about all they'll buy, a bit of yardage to Wilkie. They'll have to get ready because it's coming back. Battle, he can get into full wind-up. Quick adjustment at the last moment. Scoped out Jones. The run from Hill from the outside. And then just tosses it back. Filippo back with a flight. Turning around Owens. Ooh. Kai's gone to ground. This should be another goal to Higgins. It is. When they need one. He's the man.
He goes down pretty easily, Bonner, doesn't he?
Now it's 50.
Yeah, I think the umpire's got that one wrong. Big penalty.
They're still out of kilter, the Bombers, even after all that time, and the Saints are able to utilise that well.
And here's how you can turn it into a 2-goal turnaround.
The veteran, he'll know the stakes here. They're high, and the kick is high, and more importantly, it is straight. And the Saints lead by 11. He was able to block out all that Essendon were throwing at him. Something happened off ball here, but it was a St Kilda ball, so they're allowed to keep moving. And Hill crisply to the wing. Steele had a long look. Redmond was trying to hunt him down, but he got it forward to Caminiti. And that's what this young man can do. Just works through the process and put it right through the middle.
And Swangane Miller. Can he penetrate back the other way now? Here's a big challenge. They're out. Look at Higgins. Goal coming up for St Kilda. Ross Lyon never coached a team that hasn't kicked a goal in the first half, and he's not about to start yet. Jack Higgins kicks the first of the afternoon for St Kilda. got it forward, then he confronted Jack Steele, but again, it's the Saints who emerge with the footy. Stocker with a good kick. Filippo dropped one. He goes with a long bomb inside 50. Membry and Max King, front and centre. Goal coming up. Membry's got it.
And the Saints have the momentum.
Applying some more pressure here, Kilda. Caminiti trying to find a way through Butler, and he might get a free kick. He will. And the advantage is going to be paid. Darcy Wilson gets on the end of the goal, and Saints have jumped out of the box here in this third term.
There's a dangerous tackle on Butler, which the umpire called. 360 spin, he lets it play on, and Wilson kicks his first goal for the game.
Ross, McIntosh arrives in support. It's going to get cut off by Bonner. He's got to be quick. Bolton almost got him. Sinclair back inside 50 again. King gets a fly this time. A juggle, couldn't complete it. Wins it on the ground. Needs support. Hill pumps it out. Ross inside. Caminiti can make it a one-point game to bring the Saints back within a point.
Dancing feet.
King from the pocket. Kicks a miracle goal!
Disappointed about dropping the easy one, but then how is this for a snap from a 6'5" key forward?
Wasn't even a banana, so how did it curl that way through?
The mysteries of the AFL-shaped football.
All of a sudden, everything the Tigers are doing is under enormous pressure. Steele's been brilliant. Back to Rowan Marshall, to Hill. There's space and time. Bradley Hill probably was going for Higgins. It ends up with Owens. Can St Kilda get another one? They've kicked 5-1 this quarter. And Mitch Owens delivers his first. Tyler Sonsi was eyeing off a short one to the foul. But now the Saints through Jones and Max King running back really hard is Jack Higgins. He's going to get it lace out like a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl, and Higgins has nailed it. Great young competitor. Third in the Rising Star last year as he just goes a little sand wedge, and it was well crafted, that kick. He put it perfectly for Rowan Marshall. Good adjustment, that play, isn't it, to ask a question of Dan Curvis. Rowan Marshall, such an important part of this Kilda lineup. He starts it out wide, and that right to left bend at this side, he loved it. He slid it home, Rowan Marshall. Wants it deep, they're going to head in his direction, he's capable. Got edged underneath the footy, and a free kick, it's going to go the way of Caminiti it is.
Caminiti, please.
He thinks Mitch Owens is Caminiti, the umpire, but that's okay. Riley Bonner is going to have a shot. He's a very classy kick, and he's got it.
Defensive 50, got to create a little pocket here.
Well, there's the pocket. Can they create? Membry, Higgins tries to keep it in play.
It was a throw.
It was a clear throw.
A big push out, I think, too.
Oh, right. So it's a free kick to Jack.
What is it, the Tigers?
He's not going to waste any time, Higgins. He's got it.
Yeah, it's just inviting pressure, and it sort of compounds, basically, into a defence.
Peatling to the opposition in Hill. Sinclair has a bounce, assesses the options, goes by hand. Windhager. Wilson. Been impressive in his first 4 games for St Kilda, and is that a hold? Perryman doesn't like the call at all. Owens will get a set shot.
Mitch Owens.
So they haven't had their kicking boots on collectively as a group so far. And Owens just guides that one through. Their second of the afternoon.
Defensive spot, but you can't do it.
Back to the 19-point quarter-time margin that favoured the Giants. Cornelio to the beast, Tom Green. Bradley Hill to send it the other way. Drives the ball inside 50. Good lead, good hit, and Membry will line up.
Kicked it to the advantage.
Perfect.
Fantastic finish.
3-time leading goal kicker at St Kilda, Tim Membry. Normally a good finisher. Perfect example of that. And the Saints have got 2 in a row.
Bonner sharp.
That's a design play for anyone wanting to know. Just opened that corridor up, didn't they?
Docker, Burns. Can they keep this design play all the way down the ground? Filippo.
Outside 5.
Just one goal in the first quarter, St Kilda, but they've kicked a couple already in this second term. Bangs it long. In they go. Memory was the target. Off hands. Owens makes up for his error a few moments ago down the other end of the ground where he conceded one. He's got his second.
Giants through Ash. Bouncing ball. Just getting a hand on it, coming the other way was Cadman. Sinclair. So now St Kilda get a chance to steady. Through Higgins at half forward. Immediately players on. He's got a man in the hole. And he hits him nicely. Some missed opportunities in front of goal from both teams. Steele, 16 disposals in the first half. To get the Saints off to a perfect start. Strikes it nicely. The local lad, has he got the legs? The goal umpire's down. It'll be a tough one to call.
We're due for a review.
We haven't had one today.
Haven't had one. Didn't have one in the first half last night.
Can you imagine if you got through a whole game without a review? Oh.
Paradise.
The goal umpire fell or was shoved.
You could review this because he was face down on the ground.
Hard to call from there. As it's all given the official mark off.
Down by 22, they won by 7. They were down by 19, yet to hit the front in this contest. Can he do it again, Rossline? Oh, Hill steals it. Runs to 48 and puts it through. The Saints are starting to wear them down. It's a head collision that saw the game pause for nearly 10 minutes in the opening quarter. Not to mention Max King off with a knee injury. Here's Hill. They need one. And Memory pops up and says, I'll take it. Cornelio's the story. All eyes are on Memory for the moment, who splits the middle and eats into that margin.
Marshall, Riccardi, Filippo. Clever attempt at goal. Wonderful finish in the end by Sinclair. Some late joy for the Saints.
Doesn't. Instead goes straight down the corridor to Battle, to Ross. Ross inside 50. Awkward little half volley for Filippo there. Where? Fighting, scrapping. Now getting a sniff is Higgins. And he just needs a sniff, does Jack. He doesn't need much opportunity at all. With the brute force, scraps zinging around in there. Good handball by Owens to Hill, to Steele, to Windhager. Wants to cut it back inboard, out in front of the running ruckman, and he's going to keep going here, Marshall. Marshall, who's in front? Wilson. He's a speed demon, he doesn't need his speed. End to end, and it might just about be game back on.
Under 3 on the clock. In the hands of the skillful Wanganeen Miller. On the chest, gets away though. Driving ball forward again, it's Wilson to the square. Chance, St Kilda goal! Caminiti, and they're within a kick, the Saints. They've come from nowhere. Game on in Monica. Steele, can he lift his team? Another opportunity for Steele, does so. Picks it up, takes a bounce. Here they come against St Kilda, driving it down the outer wing. Another big marking contest. Ash is there again. They push it forward. Opportunity for Sinclair, good user. Goes inside, too much on it, no!
Got it.
Caminiti floats back.
Needs to get up and take it nice and quick.
Caminiti to bring it to within 1 point.
Oh, Harry.
Caminiti's got the last 2. St Kilda have got the last 6.
Trouble Dale holding the ball. And play onto advantage.
So Hill Dales with a beautiful sideways ball setting up Ross. Didn't quite get the bounce he'd hoped for. Had to go back a little bit and concede a bit of ground. Trying to get around one. Kick is good. It was well done. Played
for footy here. So Anthony Caminiti to even the ledger early in this Thursday night contest. Good looking kick. No problems, that's a goal. So goal apiece here in the opening minutes.
Left arm down to protect the rib tickler that was coming his way, I reckon. Ray flat on his back. That'll knock the oxygen out of his lungs. Owens, clever. Hill. Back inside. Membry. Ran into trouble, did Garcia. Membry again. Nice ball to Burns. Got the overlapper on the outside, ignored it, went inside, low punt. Got in front of O'Donnell at the back. Jones kicks their second. This is looking more hopeful of the Saints. The build-up is better. Filippo going back for a shot at goal, is he? Doesn't seem interested in much else. Wants to launch it big from inside the centre square. Long ball, Caminiti won't get free off hands. Higgins round the corner, deliberate setting ball. Fell over the defender. Garcia, the man marking at the top of the square. So Garcia here, yet to kick an AFL goal. This will also give them great encouragement. Give them a reason to celebrate. Give them a reason to get around each other. So Garcia kicks the goal. The Saints are on the march back. Dale with the spoil in the middle, picked up in the end by Wilson. Filippo gave it away to Windhager. Upend as he went to kick. Little handball sneaks out here to Wilson. Around the corner, goal. So they respond immediately.
Wanganeen Miller, that's a really good kick down the middle. Windhager to Hill. Hill's got the second game up. Garcia confronted by Dale, works around him from 50, kicks to Membry. Karma's got a hand to it. Membry in the pocket, feeds it back in field. Flicked on cleverly by Caminiti, and Owens finishes it off. Waitman over his head. Darcy is there with Cordy. Farmed up by Sinclair. Caminiti, not 15. Garcia arches the back. Kicks long inside 50. Karmas ran under the ball and Membry takes the mark for St Kilda. Membry has only had the 2 kicks tonight so far. 4 handballs for his first goal. No problem.
For the Dogs, well done to Bailey Williams, really forged the Dogs. Well done to Bailey Williams, really forging a great career. High footy comes in for the Dogs again. Karmas couldn't hold the mark. Out the back door, Membry for a second in as many minutes, and he dribbles it through.
As a St Kilda coach, going back to his first tenure, so this is his 151st game in charge. 61 points against Carlton in 2010. So there's a chance he'll be suffering his worst loss tonight unless the Saints can find a few late goals in Membry. Membry's curling kick is another consolation goal for the Saints. He's got 3, all in the last quarter.
Not his best to Burns, and with a couple of seconds remaining, the Dogs are going to position themselves nicely at 3-3. Their coach looks pretty much online, so might have saved the day there. It has. On the ground, mopped up here by the Saints. Hill. Battle now. Surging the ball forward. Outnumbering it once again. Port Adelaide went through the hands of Williams, and another high tackle on Owens. For the first of the game, no problems at all. Saints fast starters.
Burgoyne has it busted out of his hands. Hill so dangerous. In the open field, Hill has kicked a goal for St Kilda. Windhager just got to shovel it back. Membry now. Burns, floating ball inside 50. Drop mark. Filippo got to push in the back and he'll get it free. That's what's ahead of him. It's working its way back. It's there. Good result.
So Brad Hill looking there for Filippo. Now with Wilson. Ball smothered by Wines. Wilson has a second go at it. This time goes inside 50. Burgoyne a little bit of a push and a juggling mark for Caminiti. Comes up for his second set shot. There it is. Doesn't look all that difficult. And he nails it this time. So they kick their 4th, the Saints.
Houston by hand. Well done, Sinclair coming forward. Out the back. Owens, is it going to sit for him? If it does, he'll kick a goal. And he does. Sweet in a blast, a long one. Dixon, good mark in front. Marshall.
It's his second one of those this quarter.
To Stocker. Sinclair, a good user. Into the chest of Membry, good result for Tim Membry to get himself on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. No wind to worry him here, and that's going to be straight enough.
Steele to Burns. Centre half forward. Lockie Jones not paid the mark. Picked up by Filippo. Got it out here to Sharman. Sharman launches. 2 in a row for the Saints. Explosive. Balls.
Higgins. Left foot snap is good.
From inside the centre square. Deep ball. St Kilda forward off hands. It comes Sinclair. Got a dribble along the ground. There's the first of them.
Last 6, in fact, it was against the Giants.
Owens just pops a left foot ball up. Higgins reads it best. Finds a way to steer this through. We're back to 10 points. Plays on Higgins. Loves it. He loves it.
Mungled it to centre half forward. Battle. Able to take the mark, run freely through the middle of the ground. Couple of bounces. Wide ball here to Burns. Needs a clean pick-up. Got that. Managed to get around Williams. Long, deep ball looking for Hill. One hand on it. Caminiti there as well. Membry around the corner. Centering ball. Mark taken here. Cordy. Kicks the goal. Cordy. No problems. Back to a 10-point margin.
This year. Couldn't get away with it there. Marshall does. And Wilson gets on the end of his short pass. I'm not sure. And added speed in the summer of work that he put into himself pre-draft to make sure he was ready for the big time instantly. And he looks it. And 50 or a hold, one of the two. It's a hold on King downfield at full forward.
They've been going at it behind the ball, Core and King.
Everyone knows there's a gun. 6-6 so far this year. Back in, and the return of the King is what the Saints fans are excited about. Nothing came of it. And the leader from Hayes. The seas parted for him.
Yeah, all you're looking for is a little bit of composure by foot, and we saw it there.
He can play forward, he can ruck, he can save Mitch Owens from having to do the ruck work, and he can kick a goal or two. He slotted it. Brilliant goal for Hayes, and Jack Hayes. They come from everywhere to celebrate his return to footy. What does he do here? For those playing at home, what do you think you'd do here?
A long way out, too far for a banana, you'd think. Set up kick.
Set up kick it is. Marshall got there. Membry front spot.
Free him up of that, and he adds a lot to this team.
Sorry, North fans, I won't check that on the way back to the middle if he kicks this goal, and he kicks the goal. He's got 13-4 this season, Tim Membry.
His whole body into that kick. It wasn't great connection, as you saw, a little bit scrappy, and Marshall sending it straight back, so now they have to get back into defensive mode. Under pressure, Owens providing plenty of that. Breaking clear, Filippo pops the handball across. Ross, quick snap, good snap.
Playing in front, turns, goes. He's got Hayes in a paddock. Wow. They do have an extra defender to bring on as their sub, Toby Pink. And that's going to squeeze in. Looking good on return. Every Saint having a head check at the moment. They are hotter than hot. Membry one of those. Heads out wide, and Hasty's been good. Wilson's been good. All the young guns have been great.
Today, or a quarter and a half, he's probably copped 3 or 4 solid whacks already.
This will be a good reward. He's never kicked a goal in AFL footy. That shapes back beautifully. He has now. Owns his own little moment in time, Angus Hasty.
start of the match, haven't they? Just uncontested marks, finding space.
Hill whacking in middle, down the spine, that corridor, sees parting for Hayes again, and he loops it up for the flyby. Hill drives it home in style. Notches here. Inside kick is delightful if it's marked. It is a bit of ear massage.
During that little table, go to another level again.
It was a fair head spoil as well that didn't faze him and didn't daze him. Shaken, not stirred. The pick 18 from last year's draft looks the goods. Good dance step by Ross. Heads in the wood direction and he's good enough against the kid McKercher. Might as well just take the responsibility here. From the arc. Back in and back amongst them.
And the cut and thrust of it out there, overwhelmed by the numbers. Wilson again, storming forward. It's well placed for Hill. And the youngest to the most experienced Saint, Brad Hill, does it justice. And the smiling Saints, eyeing off the short. Sinclair, that might be 50. So Sinclair to take the advance of 50, and all eyes turn to George Wardlaw. Was equal highest on the ground. You could add 6 clearances to that. I wonder if you can add a goal. You can, and you can do it right now. Game high 39-point advantage above his head to outpoint Core. In a flash, the hands to Hill, and then to Steele. He was close enough to go for a long shot, but plays the percentages. 10th season with the Saints has really elevated over the last 4 years. As Buck said, now regularly in contention for the All-Australian. He's getting going today. He's kicked his second.
Sinclair mops it up. Marshall back inside 50. Wide ball. Wilson.
He's going to cause a bit of damage and heartache to his direct opponents.
It's game 8. And he's playing like it's game 80.
Midfield at the moment.
And a bit of confusion about what was actually paid in the first place, and that's he's moved on the mark and he was told to stand, George Wardlaw.
Although they have been a bit more lenient when players go to dummy the hand pass, and he actually ran a couple of metres as though he was going to give the hand pass before it was paid.
It's going to spoil all your hopes and dreams, Jace, for the Roos.
Unless he shanks it.
Oh, okay. Thoroughly good result, and he bellows out his excitement. The Saints are home.
Hill gave it back to him. Chip inside, attacking 50. King turned inside, turned Frost inside out, then couldn't nail the kick. Stayed in. Owens rolled it home. Can you believe that? It defied physics. 12 and 10 in the TAC Cup, came into the comp as a forward. Blake Hardwick, high tackle.
Sam Mitchell has said that he sees himself as a forward, Blake Hardwick, even though he's a very capable defender.
As a forward in the under-18 competition of the highest order.
So,
got to get something happening here, the Saints. They've been under pressure for this whole quarter.
Bonner.
There it
How's
is.
that for a perfect pass to Membry on the move? On the Saints goal, kicking 3 times. And he delivers on cue. Tim Membry. Bonner had to wait. He was corralled by Deere. Room to move. Owens. Back to Bonner, who blasts it to a good spot. That's the one they're after. King with the big pluck. Gets himself on the score sheet and up and running. Hardwick went harder. D'Ambrosio gave it straight to Hill of all people. Spears it towards Owens. That looked high.
Go quick. Owens.
Oh, that's 50 as well. What is Seamus Mitchell doing? Shame on Seamus. Instant reply for the Saints. For Mitch Owens, who's got 2.
Cross line, sitting on the bench. Ground level.
Bonner goes inside. Weddle got a hand on it. Sinclair came up with the crumb. And Battle, he's sent forward. It's happened a few times in his career. Delightful kick. And it's a one-kick game. Good grab, though, against the grain by Wood. Again, the inside kick. They've got to take it on now. Windhager looks up. Got a short option. Lace out to Steele.
You're right. It'll open up, Dwayno, as it has.
Dangerous, but perfect to Battle. Kicks the goal and kicks the door back open. Dangerous. Stocker cuts it off. Dead end street, one a free. Garcia off and running. Can launch from outside 50. Heads to King. Max King. And it's a one-kick game. They're a goal away from the big steal, the Saints. The end of one of those pre-season, and he has a look around to see if he's okay. In the meantime, play continues. A couple stunned out there. King knocked it down. Wood had a chance. Owens danced his way inside. Crowd stunned at both ends. Goal to Owens. Jackson, Owens again. Down, tried it with the outside of the boot. Filippo had a look to see what was coming. Ryan didn't want to get him high either. This time Dow rolls it and he goes it. Paddy Dow. Sinclair. Hill kept his width and bangs it. Owens! That's what he's capable of.
That was touched off the boot too, guys. The umpire didn't call it. It's a challenge.
Said the Blues a bit this year. Everybody knows how high his upside can be. Mitchell.
Possession number 8 coming up for Paddy Down. His first game for Euro.
Sends it to the top of the square. Owens got up from 4 deep. Crashed it to the ground. Henry couldn't find a gap, but he gets it high. Contact free. So Liam Henry, second in the 4th round pick. Had some hamstring issues this year. He also has a huge upside. And he celebrates his... Dropped it as he turned into Clark, and it's allowed. Owens! We might be front row to the Machito show this afternoon.
He's often criticised for not having a team that's aggressive enough, so if he's definitely asking for that at half-time, that's what we should expect to see.
So Caminiti was held. Umpire saw it. For the lead back. And to bring the crowd back into it. The man they call Hammer hammers it straight through the middle. To resurrect this season as Marshall does Marshall things. Smacked it inside, attacking 50 after taking out of the ruck. Caminiti, it is Hammer time! 2 in a row. Pokes the pass out wide. King, it's the tail of his night too. Fed back in, Filippo. Blasted towards goal and he threads it.
Give it to the speed machine. Hill gives it back to King, who sizes them up and chips it expertly to the pocket, and Owens can line them up.
It's the same for Stephen May, and that ball ends up in a St Kilda goal here.
Owens with the first for the Saints on a Sunday afternoon.
Play on.
King leads. Kick goes in his direction. King pulled it in. St Kilda need a shot in the arm. He delivers it. First goal of the second quarter goes to the Saints. Through the legs of McDonald. Wood got it out. Sinclair to Higgins. Must kick it. Kicked it dreadfully. Off balance of the outside of the boot. Bonner keeps it alive. Tries to slip the Windsor tackle. Comes back to steal. Kilda must do what Nam has not, and that is take every opportunity. And Steele drives it through for Euro. The Saints get their third. Underneath it, Bowie. Knocked down by Owens. Henry. Here's some more overlap for the Saints. Ross finds Higgins. Higgins wheels. Kicks towards Caminiti and King.
And guard dangerous space. They have to actually report to a man.
King second for the quarter. And the margin.
Is the levels of their energy again.
Caminiti couldn't quite get a handle on it. Owens to Ross. One-on-one chance for Higgins. He got out the back of Bowie. Plays on and around the body. First goal for Jack Higgins. He is their leading goal kicker of the year.
Goes towards Wilson, who's got some separation. Plays on. Goes in the King direction. Tomlinson's got to try and get back and stop him, but can't this time. King makes it 6. He's kicked half of them.
After a huge afternoon, the Saints got a late goal in them. Nice sidestep again from Seb Ross, and that was brilliantly done from Ross. Doesn't muck around, Jack. Likes to get moving, and he has kicked a couple of goals, Jack Higgins.
31 disposals for Jack Steele. Higgins in front, smashed away by McVie. It falls the way of Sinclair, and he snaps a late goal for Euroke.
Juggle it forward. Now some run provided. Higgins, Owens. There's no one in front of him, so he had to step back and go the handball. Worked it to Mason Wood, and then Darcy Wilson's going to get on the end of one. First pick in the draft last year, picked 18 overall, and they've got a really good one, so a late positive for the Saints. Darcy Wilson, a young man who is the future of the Saints, gets his first goal of the afternoon.
Too far. Saints keep it locked inside their forward 50. Sinclair just a high up and under. King's got too many to beat. There was a hold, and it'll be a free kick to the Saints forward. He was out. Big opportunity early on for Max King. Good from this spot throughout his career. And after the free kick, he gives the Saints the perfect start on a Saturday afternoon. To Sinclair. Now we can get it and move. And a good kick too for Henry. Open forward line for the Saints. Wilson was doubling back, but a good option was over the back to Mason Wood.
Henry and Sinclair.
Great connection going inside 50. Leads to a much better result for the Saints as Mason Wood kicks the goal. He can distribute through the middle to Hill, to Wanganeen Miller. Clear space in front to the top of the 50. Delayed the kick and placed it perfectly. The Saints go from one end to the other, and Caminiti finishes it off and gives the Saints the lead.
That's a great preparation.
Caminiti on the boot. Membry held front position nicely, won the contest, brought it to ground, and Henry can help himself on his return to the West. Good hands on the up to Henry. Now for Hill, who can try to get them running. Long ball. King's there. Owens trying to read it out the back. The Eagle fell over. The Saints kept their feet, and they will waltz it into the open goal. Seb Ross. The kick was a poor one. Wood cruising back, able to knock it down. Dow, Wilkie get involved. Now Wood to the 50. Barris back, but he disrupted it and allowed the Saints, and they're going to run it into goal again. This time, Max King. 2 goals, they just roll through the square. Kick.
Yeah, run around the man the mark and drive this home. He's a beautiful kick of the ball, Mason Wood.
Going to pass it off and go in short to Sinclair. Really poor for him of 6. He lines up here. Here's one of their stars, Jack Sinclair. And he stands up and delivers a goal at a crucial moment. To Hill, chipping ball, and good running with the flight from Higgins.
Terrific run. He's got options here.
He's still looking around. Wants a target. High ball. Wood! Taking to the sky.
Sliding women inside forward 50.
We got one today. Made it tough, but got it home. And things get tighter again. It's currently playing forward. True. Went defend. In trouble. Holding the ball. And advantage will be taken by the Saints. Henry goes quickly into the pocket. Higgins there. Hoff did enough. ball to ground. Shoveled up. Owens, Caminiti, Butler, look out. Duggan, Higgins, kept it alive. The snap! And the Saints, they're on the march. 10 minutes to play. It's been tight all afternoon. Winhager, Steele. Pocket opened up for him. We go high inside 50 again. Membry with the flight, had eyes for the footy. 6 in the VFL last week. Back on the big stage and booting through a big goal. St Kilda extend their lead. Williams there, Marshall as well. Clark throws it on the boot. Bouncing ball, Membry, good pick up to Owens, gets past Duggan on the fly, awkward kick, wafting ball to the square, Mason Wood! To be a threat, just one goal coming into today. And now he's got 3. The Saints are looking for a star up forward in the absence of Max King, and it's Mason Wood. It's Liv, bringing Miller up. Places it nicely for Winhager.
Smart footy here from St Kilda. Should get a deep entry here they can defend behind.
Taking their time, and he's put down. It'll be a down-the-ground free kick. The frustrations from the young star boiling over on the tagger. Not much in it, but late contact, and a down-the-ground free kick goes against Harley Reid.
Let's have a look back on the replay. Let you make your mind up at home for yourself. That's a free kick or not.
There's not a lot of contact in it, but didn't need to do it. And the free kick goes the Saints' way, and it's Mason Wood who helps himself to a 4th and perhaps a match-winning lead for the Saints.
Ballard. Ball spills into space. Steele tracks it. Rail tracks him. Wangadeen Miller with some class. And he finds Higgins. 16-10 this season, Jack Higgins. This to get the Saints off to a bright start.
Got to nail that tackle just so that you can turn the ball over and put pressure on.
Thought about giving it off to Bonner. Free kick in the goal square.
Very easily.
Butler steps around and the Saints have the opening 2.
Enormous in this first quarter. Henry, speed and skill, the outside of the boot kick. I think it was intended for Higgins. Butler picks it up, managed to walk through a tackle, and Dan Butler is going to bounce through his 2nd goal.
He sizzles one towards Membry, lace out. Henry runs into some space. King offers a lead, heads in that direction, he's got it. Get a little bit of reward for all their effort. That's better. Pressure came from King, affected the handball. Winhager versus Miller. Winhager really clever. Tap to Membry. Hill taps the accelerator. Delivers inside 50. Wood's got position. Plays on. Snaps goalward. And Higgins makes certain of it.
A nice little lead, or kicks the goal himself.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Just over 4 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. Scoring's been hard. Butler was well tackled. Matt Rao hung on a little too long in the tackle. And that allows Stan Butler an opportunity to kick his 3rd goal.
Just have a look here. Ball's out. Rao, yeah, that's a free kick. It's just unfortunate. The intent wasn't there, but he's unaware that the ball's exited, and he holds onto the tackle, drags him to ground. Smart forward play from Butler.
He can kick his 3rd here. That is a substantial return in what has been hard-going goal-scoring wise, and Dan Butler has got 3. Yeah. Trying to cut through Owens to Hunter Clark. This is good for St Kilda. Membry's got it. Higgins, Max King, the deepest 2 forwards.
Holding St Kilda. Arms around. Arms around. Arms around.
Max Max King directly in front to give the Saints the lead back. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this game. He leans into it, and the Saints are back in front.
Kamanides reappearing from the room town.
Another clearance for Steele, and it's a good one too. Straight to Owens. Getting the feeling early in the game, but this has to go through. Settle the Saints down on the road. It looks good. Fine set shot from Mitch Owens.
He had the ball. The advantage is paid. Now Clark is on the run here. Need a good kick. Once again, through the hands. Owen was taken high unnecessarily by Starcevic. He made a kick from a little bit of angle. Shouldn't have any troubles converting here. For the Saints, second in a row, and his second. Ground He held him tackle, up. He held didn't him he? up. He actually held him up.
King. Sorry, BT. Easy mark. Results in a shot on goal here for Max King. And they need it badly. He steers it through.
You're saying all night, well, if you can kick it from there, good luck.
He's got distance as well to worry about from outside 50. Not going to get there. Campbell's able to get the fist away. Butler front and centre. Picked up by McKenna. Caught cold. Higgins' little dappy kick. Got it. Taker. To the middle to Marshall. No one within 10 metres of Marshall. Neat little ball, and Higgins able to present a lead. To make it a 3-goal to 2-quarter for the Saints, Higgins needs to make sure he's got the journey with that, and he has.
Butler came in, broke it up. Owens. Higgins. And he'll get a high tackle free.
High tackle, St Kilda.
Big win. Higgins has got a couple. It's holding its line. He's now got 3.
The year beyond this one, and perhaps more. Sinclair now. Clear passage here. Kick wide, Higgins.
I need to see that kick again, Richo. I think he might have been having a shot.
Shanked it, did he?
So his best goal-kicking night ever against the Brisbane Lions.
Similar position. You need someone leading up through that traffic there. They've got it this time.
King is there, Richo. Got one already tonight, Max King. Normally strikes these really nicely. That is superb. Bailey. Andrews. Spilt mark. Steele comes in. Mason Wood to finish. Back to
down the line here in the direction of Marshall. Owens was there. I think we're going to end up with the ball up here. Picked up by Marshall, kept it alive. King standing underneath this, and he's plucked it. It is an absolute must. King to get it to 31. Give them an outside chance. And he does that with his 3rd goal.
Flicking it. And now Leicester's able to step on through to Zorko. Cut off by Henry. And he can kick a goal for St Kilda. There we are.
Of course, they gave him the wrong key. Gave him the key to the St Kilda Campbell.
Oh, gee.
The definition of a rude awakening.
Sean make a long down the line.
It's not what you want at 2 in the morning in a hotel room.
No, that is 100% not what you want.
Campbell Brown walking into your room.
Oh.
Marshall. Just on a little mini charge here, the Saints.
Bad blue by the hotel.
That's a free kick. Is it for Campbell? Not going to matter. Wilson's going to dribble it through. 3 in a row, St Kilda. Higgins. Butler. They've got another one. Kamanides. Hands off to Jones. High and long again, and I think a free kick is being paid for a block.
On the full now, please.
4 on the night. This for a 5th. There's for number 5. Jack Higgins.
To Jones. Jones had to get it out quick. He does to Clark. Round the body, high ball to a one-on-one here. Defended nicely by Answorth. Knocked down the front to Henry. Henry on the left. Little bit of shake and wag of the tail. Got it up there towards Owens. Owens went really hard at it. So did McCluggage. Wood kept it going to Hill. Back to Henry. Henry runs within 50. 45 and closing. They get the goal. Wow. What about that? They're back within single fingers. The get back. And St Kilda go forward again. Leicester with the fist. Butler right on the line. Did it go over the line? No, it didn't. It's a goal.
Then Butler with a low one as well finds Clark. Not sure
the difference.
Hasn't kicked a goal this year, Clark. Directly in front from 45. Nothing wrong with that. Saints first.
He certainly made sure the umpire saw it.
It's all rather dramatic, but got him the free, and I know some would say we don't see enough. 7.5 to go. And there's a free kick going to Marshall.
Oh, don't know.
He gave the ball to Wines instead of back to the umpire. So as a result, Marshall is lining up, and Marshall is kicking St Kilda's second goal. And they'll take them any way they come, thank you. Goal kicking form with a 3 and a 2. And when he and Higgins are together, it can be a dangerous combination. Little signalling there, we saw him. There it is. It's a little pass. And they were ready. And Mason Wood.
Just the one possession, but he's one of the Saints' best players.
And now he's a goal kicker. And the Saints have posted a couple in a row.
For the game.
Hill kept on running. Long to Marshall. He's in prime position. And he hangs onto it on the edge of the square. Rowan Marshall, as we said, playing a more prominent role in the front half today, so he needs to hit the scoreboard and consider.
Penetrating ball. King at the back, had to go the fist. Ball in dispute. It was won in the end by Owens, and then Hill from 48 to a vacant goal square, bouncing. Another change of goal. It's the of Henry. So Henry, too far out to score, looks short, finds Marshall. 14 matches this year, he kicked 2 goals. Marshall, he's kicked 2 already in the first half. This is such an important kick. It flirts with the left goalpost, but it's there. He's happy.
We're on a bit cautious. Bergman realising still he had the responsibility to clear it. Webster, back it comes again. Wood the best. Oh, from the side, Sharman. The fastest legs, the biggest. Often just has to fill a role. Coming in as the sub. Just like an arrow, straight through the middle.
It's been superb so far, and Wood is a target forward.
Shoemaker, long and high, backing back Sharman. He gets an opportunity here to Higgins. Higgins, Jack can lift them. It's all square.
Pass no good again. Lloyd farms it up. Membry had to go through his legs. Picked up by Wilson, left foot snap towards goal. Needs a bounce, gets a bounce. A glorious leg spinner that would have made a former Saint fan happy.
60 metres from home. Hands up in the goal square. Butler's there, and so is the big man for St Kilda's 2-goal start.
Kicking efficiency of Gordon is only 50%. And Marshall has found some clear air. Trying to put the Saints back in front from 50 metres out. What a glorious kick. The guns are out.
So this is good news to Sinclair. He plays on as well. Windhager it was, got boot the ball, Butler. It all needs to go right today for the Saints. And he gets it. 2 goals to 1 in the corner for the Saints.
Roved in front by Membry, off to Henry. His squaring kick smothered by Rampy. Melican gave it up. A snap at goal, and it goes through. Wood gets a desperately needed one for the Saints.
Higgins. Henry. Gee, there's been a couple of good sections of play for the Saints in the last few minutes. Directly in front. Look at that. No deviation at all.
Henry next. What about his option? Sharman's there. Owens couldn't quite. Melican's superb in defence, but he's nailed in a bone-jarring tackle.
Well done, Jack.
Higgins got him to build some real belief. Saints fans are up and right behind their boys. Heaney couldn't take it. Clark's soccer gets past Warner. Higgins goes to work again. Filippo. Henry. I've got it!
What a kick from Filippo.
The Saints are well and truly on the march. He has got it. And he wants everyone to know about it.
This man has been unbelievable, Henry. A bit of a no-look handball party trick. Spills the Higgins. Round the corner for 4 straight. Back to a goal.
This hand pass misses Rowbottom, allows the Saints in again. Steele tackle, got it away with strength to Sinclair, to Filippo. Could he finish? Oh yes!
So you think he's encouraged a bit of risk, Browning?
Absolutely. The only way they can win is if they're a little bit more risky.
Henry charging forward, Steele in open space. Hand pass to Burns, the run from St Kilda. Wood from 50, goes for goal! Membry marks on the line when it was going through.
He mightn't have known where it was. Come on, people.
St Kilda is surging at Sydney in a way that wasn't expected.
Wanganeen Miller has to retreat to Burns. Burns looking to thread the needle here to Butler. He does it so well. On to Filippo. He's a slamming left footer. He finds the target. Sharman runs into an open goal. St Kilda are within 3 points. 12 metres from the St Kilda goal. Here's Higgins! Got it! Higgins is gold! Sydney reckon it was touched. Supporters don't care.
Really no Max King at the moment for the Saints and won't be there for the rest of the season. He's the guy they're usually kicking it to.
Still to the hot spot. Owen's best position. The arms clips. And then a big tackle from behind. They will get the free kick. Sharman to take it after a terrific tackle. Subbed in 5 games this season. Still trying to find out where his best position is, but he's got an opportunity to step up and claim a spot in the side, and he takes full effect. Forward territory for the Saints. The last part of this match. Filippo with a clean pick-up, hooking back to a dangerous spot. Mason Wood to the front, brought it to ground, and on the volley! He's got it on the follow, creates a clever goal. From the Saints, off balance. Sinclair's kick was okay, found Wood, released the handball to Steele from 50. A great kick to the advantage of Sharman, who's looked most likely in this first quarter. His 43rd game. Been used all over the ground. The Saints have had some opportunities, and they get some reward close to quarter time. Henry, Steele in there. Away to Burns, places the kick, and Mason Wood. With the skills off the right, no problem at all for Mason Wood, who's got a couple. Bono blasts it to half forward. Butts knocks it down. Filippo waiting front and centre. No one in the goal square. Mateus Filippo! Oh, wow! From the boundary in the wet, if you don't mind, from the young star.
Or a key forward when Max King's been out of that forward line. In many ways, he's played the role better.
Sure, he disguised the kick. I didn't mean to kick it in that area, but it lands in the hands of Higgins. He went a lot more laterally than you predicted off the boot, Jono. Goalless last week, Higgins. From right on 50. Good finish. Saints have got things underway. Knocked it across to Jones. Nearly runs himself into trouble. Set to task for Hunt. Now Edwards going to be pressured. Well, they get him from both angles. 2 get him. Not sure who'll get the free kick. It'll be a Saint either way. 80% time in forward half. The Saints extraordinary numbers. Wilson, round 6 Rising Star nominee. Skillful player, as shown by that. Turns to the Saints fans. And they got a couple. Yet to get on the board. Fly. True gets it down at ground level. Gives it straight to Jones, though. Opportunity for Higgins. Doesn't need much. Sharman. Owens had a shot early. This time on the run. Mix. it. Jones to Bradley Hill, just runs and runs and runs all day. Perfect delivery to Henry. Gets off his man. Sees something he likes forward. Good transition from the Saints. And it ends up in the hands of Cooper Sharman. That was to steady things up for the Saints. From outside 50, she unloads. Gets good carry. And he's got enough carry. Cooper likes it. Taken away out of it by Edwards and True. Jones. He gets him clear. Air here for Steele. Jimmy Webster. Sets it up for Burns. That's better usage. Membry gets back off the mark. He's got someone in the pocket, and that someone is Mason Wood. Highlight of Mason Wood's 4 goals earlier on this year in the win against the West Coast Eagles. Plays on. No problem for Mason Wood. He's got a runner wide. Good delivery.
Oh, that's 50 metres, Bob. That's...
Sharman goes into the pocket to Membry.
Great kick.
Spent a fair bit of time in the VFL in the last couple of months. 3-time leading Saints goal kicker. 16 goals this season. The pride of Tarraugan, home of the Maroons, Timmy Membry. Great shot of what faces him. Oh, he just whispers it through. Does Membry steered it like it was a drone. Good finish. Membry's behind. Harris got an important fist on it at the end. Socket out of play. There's a Saint down. There's Butler. Butler to make it 2 in a row for St Kilda. And they just start to put a bit of a gap on the Eagles. One leaves it behind. Henry, Sinclair, Steele, Mason Wood. Forward hand pass Mitch Owens. He's got runners. His teammates tell him to go forward. Membry does really well on Cole. He doubled back. Membry's got runners. Unselfishly dishes it off to Steele. Game 176, 60 goals for Jack Steele. Does what's required, and St Kilda now have kicked the last 3. He's got something special in him today, Liam Ryan. It just hasn't arrived as yet. All bobbles around. Falls to Membry, having the afternoon. He's Timmy Membry, points to the crowd. 4 in a row for the Saints, 2 for Membry.
I love playing that style where it's up and back all the time. Others want to play with a little bit more control.
Mason Wood, we heard he's kicked 1 goal and numerous points. Well, put that in the book, Saints fans. Wood from range nails it. Kelly, Wangan and Miller run around the ball. Now Burns, looking to really stretch them here. St Kilda. Owens does well to bring it to ground level. Dishes it off. Butler around goal. He is lethal. Perfect start for the Saints for the final turn.
Armory to come forward and to impact on those contests.
Advantage paid. Jones takes it. And here he is again, Membry. His 20th disposal, looking for a 3rd goal for the number 28. On the 45. Membry. Perfect finish. Tim's got 3. And the Saints are out to a game-high margin now of 46 points. Allen was caught to the side of...
Oh, that's 50 goals.
And it is 2 goals for the season for Josh Battle. Deliberate approach, effective approach. Another one for the Saints.
Yourself to grow over another summer, get more strength into some of these players, and away they go. You can't lose focus on that.
Brought to ground, tapped in front of it by Owens. Higgins dangerous around the sticks, doesn't get the best purchase. Standing underneath of those, Membry strolls in. Timmy Membry's having an afternoon to remember. He's got 4, and the Saints are now ripping apart the Eagles. Puts it at the feet of a teammate. Wilson Playing with confidence now. It'll open up. It's in the hands of Wanganeen Miller up. He sends it deep. Membry's at the back. Membry's at the back. Barris gets a hand on it. Membry picks it up for a handful for Timmy Membry. Saints fans are going to love what they're seeing here. Hill, Jones, wanted it back Hill. Jones saw something in Clark. Higgins presents nicely. Wood takes the advantage without realising it was there and does the job. Mason's got 3. Saints absolutely flying in the final turn. Wanganeen Miller up. Webster. Might still be an opportunity for Hill at some point. He's floating around 40 from home. His teammates will be aware of this. Sinclair. Sharman's having a couple of goes from 50, one successfully, one drifted to the right. So he's made the distance twice from this range. Oh, Cooper! Super Cooper! Wright gets his opportunity back in the side, now in the ruck. Clark just tries to steam his way through the middle. Hand pass to touch, errant. Not sure how Cox got rid of it. Good tackle, Burns. So the Saints need to just steady things down. They move it out towards Marshall, out of flank. See something forward. There's Membry off his 5 last week on a long searching lead.
This next play's the one. So Martin's got Owens at the moment deep in the goal square.
Membry too far from home, sets it up right towards Wright, who's drifted back in the pocket. Marshall grabs it out of the ruck. Big Rowan throws on the boot. Nice finish by Marshall. Roden liked it, as did Saints fans. Well, Nick Martin gave it straight to Clark. Unusual hand pass. Now the Saints are away forward in the footy. Butler takes a quick bounce. Sees targets inside. It's a good hit too. And coming back into the side is Anthony Caminiti. For 2 in a row for the Saints. Arm in the air. Good fight back. Down in that area now. Steele gets a little bit of room. Just barrels it forward to Rowan Marshall. Laverde does well. Back towards Heppel. Opens up though. Nice ball inside. Higgins was on the lead. He was aware that there was an opportunity for Sharman and he hit him perfectly. 28 goals for the season for Jack Higgins. Strikes reasonably well. And the Saints have kicked 3 in a row.
Out wide to the wing. And time on the side of Sinclair.
Saints have got some run. They look for Jones forward of the footy. Beautifully way to kick. Hill's the runner there. They want it in hands, and they do. Just good run. Steele charged off the wing. Found space inside 50. The lead has come back to Wanganeen Miller. Unusually doesn't want to have the shot. Goes back towards Steele. Creates a bit of space. Might be back in the path of Wanganeen Miller. A little bit more to Owens. Eyes were darting momentarily for Mitch. Tight in the pocket. Tries to bend the ball and does a wonderful job of it. Good finish, Owens. 4 on the bounce, and again David Roden smiling.
Well, one thing we do know, Gaz, is again in the last month or so, one of the best teams at punishing turnovers and turning them into scoring opportunities.
Yeah, they
look like doing it again today.
I might want to pay attention to this guy too. Leading possession winner for the Saints, and that's why, because he generally kicks it to his team's advantage.
I just saw him thread the needle from here. This might be an even tougher angle, but his confidence will be up.
It's a smaller hole for the needle to go through, Jason.
33 uncontested marks to 16 in favour of St Kilda.
Fans desperate to get a... Except for that guy who's just eating a nice salad roll. He doesn't want to get the camera out.
That's almost un-Australian, the salad roll. The footy.
Pop kick instead, so he thought the percentages were against as well. 21 goals, 6 for the season coming in today. Tim Membry to make it 5 in a row for St Kilda, and they are striping them. On top in the contest in this quarter. Stringer tries to win it back. Steele, Wanganeen Miller, they just eke it out through Burns under severe pressure. Here he is again. Spearing ball from Wanganeen Miller was an absolute scorcher. And lands on the chest of Butler.
Who I don't think is confident of making the distance.
Here we go. He's already had 3 parts to play. He might get his first goal of the season. He has to do it himself. It's a famous Essendon name, isn't it, Wanganeen?
with this young man, and we're getting to know him at St Kilda, and they are back in front. He is one of the best looking kicks in the comp.
He's a star in the making, but he can still just make a mistake every now and then. But he's been a huge factor in the way this game's played.
Well, funny little kick from Merritt, cut off by Wood. Opportunities now for the Saints. Butler back to Wood, can't shrug the tackle of Merritt. There is Bonner. Owen shrugs one tackle, sees something inside. And again, it's this man that just pops up.
Some real talent, some real endeavour about what he's doing.
Had one shot from outside 50 that stayed right, no concerns here. Sharman is on the board, and the Saints get their 7th.
Had the bulk on McGrath, and the size advantage pays. Angled kick was a good one to Membry up the ground. There's a huge gap for them to lead up into or lead back into, and it's Hill that does just that. Now he's got Burns in his left pocket, uses him at the last possible moment to maximise the advantage for the leading player, and it's that man, Sharman, again. 2 goals in each of his last 3 games, and now another. And the joy spreads for the Saints players and fans alike. Full perusal for Wanganeen Miller at his 24th disposal, as good as any of the others. To steal again, who's having a little patch here, and again, kick is wide, but it's a mark inside 50 yet again. 14 marks inside 50 for the day for the Saints. Anthony Caminiti, a defender in his last 2 games, but in the absence of... Oh, my God, here's another one! Wow, kicking them from anywhere and everywhere. Anthony Caminiti joins the showreel. He's kicked his 2nd, and the Saints are back out to a 20-point lead, which is a match high. 7 minutes into the 3rd quarter.
It's the half-back line and causes issues everywhere.
Higgins and Steele were ready for action. It's holding the ball, and the Saints fans can't contain their joy. So Jack Steele, never been a huge goal kicker. 3 goals, 3 for the season. He'll know how big this is to give St Kilda a 26-point lead.
Come from behind his caddy. Can he provide a spark, the young man? Jones shrugs one tackle. Owens. Now Sinclair, always so good off half-back. Finds a little gap. It's a clever fashion kick that from Bonner. He really worked his way through it. Marshall runs round at Jones. They're running in waves, the Saints. They come again. Deep ball forward. Whoa. Here he is again. Cooper Sharman.
Chase man.
He's everywhere. Forward hand pass. Steele's got 2 in a minute. And the Saints have banged on 6 on the trot.
18.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Cooper Sharman's taken more marks than the Essendon football.
Oh, there's another one. It is his day. Redmond just kicked it straight to Cooper Sharman. Career high 4 goals. He's kicked 2 today. He has been everywhere, this young man. Gee, that's a blew out of defence. To take it out to a game high 38-point margin. Sharman from directly in front was never going to miss. That young man, he's having a day out, as are his Saints, and they're out by 38 points.
Hello, really, Essendon. That's how long since their last goal. They're breaking it out of the middle again. The left foot of Stocker. Oh, my goodness, he's almost got it again. He has Sharman. A handball this time to Butler. Little pop kick. Higgins wants in. Out of the goal square, Owens. Higgins ready to get it back. Desperate stakes into the Butler. And Dan's put it through. This is almost done. It's almost dusted. Saints lead by 44 points. They've kicked 8 goals in a row. Where are you, Essendon?
That's why, you know, Zach Merritt and Brad's got it 3/4 time and got big jobs to do.
Job just got harder. Steele's kicked his 3rd.
So Dyson Heppel's gone to Cooper Sharman now, which is an interesting matchup.
You would think he'd have a significant advantage in the air, Cooper Sharman.
Steele tosses it up. Membry clears his head. Was there a bit of interference? There was. A gentle shove, but enough.
Well, even though you're not essentially tackling him or holding him that much.
He was the main act last week with 5. Just a supporting role today, but he'll take 2. And the Saints lead balloons out beyond 50 points. And the comeback job just got that little harder for Essendon.
Coming up for disposal 21. Slots it out wide to the athletic Owens. Where's Sharman? Get it down in his area.
He's now got Nick Cox as his opponent. So Dyson Hebel didn't last long.
Owens pops it up. Here comes Sharman from the front. Works to the back. It's going to be another one for the Saints, and it is. It's raining goals for the Saints. Caminiti adds a third to his tally.
As the doctor eventually made his way out to Darcy Wilson to get him off after that head clash.
Thank you, Sarah.
Lesson learned, I think it's fair to say.
Another ball forward. All the way out the back is Higgins. And he'll like this. He'll really enjoy this, Jack Higgins. Led by 16 at quarter time, 9 at half time, 45 at three-quarter time. Higgins plays on. Another nail in the Essendon coffin.
Angus McLennan, so he's a younger body as Jones weaves his way through them and finds Membry. A bit of wow, Jones. Good numbers for Tim Membry, 23-6. And he's trademarked his entire career. And that proof of the pudding. Hill turns and goes. Who does he want? He's got Sharman on the lead. He goes for Filippo. Good grab. And this to break a run of 10 Lions goals in a row. Hallelujah. Ton of time for the fight back, for some respect. Sanders, again, he might finish a game with no skin on his knuckles. Dow out wide, Steele with the feed. Sinclair looks up. He's got the short, Caminiti. Hasn't had a moment yet, but gets a chance to have one here. For a season and a half now, is essentially a barn find by their recruiting staff. In he struts. Struck that magnificently. Doesn't get any better than that. We talked about the Lions run home. Richmond at Marvel next week for the Saints, so maybe they can salvage from the rubble a couple of victories to end this season. Short pass again. And a short pass again. All right, so Marshall, who started all this, will have the shot from a more central position. Is in a dominant performance. Normally a pretty good goal kicker, though. Was a forward as a kid, and there's a little bit of that martial art, if you like, gets it through. Sinclair got it from Steele. Membry turns and goes to the lead. Marshall drifts back into the hole, and he
a little bit closer if this one can go through.
And he nails it. He could be a key forward if they can get another one ruck.
Still got taken high, play to advantage. Jones to Clark. Clark inside 50, and Sharman marks. Pride in each of them. Sharman for the first. Just gets it through. Marshall under pressure, end over end, goes towards Butler. Premiership winning Tiger. Membry, Burns, balks, cuts through them. Membry gets a look and bends it back for a brilliant goal.
Jack Higgins here. Inside 50, good looking kick to Owens. Lovely kick from Higgins. For the Saints third, no problems. Sends it straight back from where it came. And good momentum made to the ball there by Caminiti. Back inside, gee, that's a good kick. Marshall. Saints searching for their fourth. Distance not a problem. Boils down to that accuracy. That looks pretty good as well.
Kicks towards Membry. Tries to pull it in one hand and does manage to keep it in. To Dow, a sidestep. Goes for goal. Paddy Dow! That's one of his best ever.
Inside 50. Membry. There's the angle. Pretty good looking kick. Very nice. Gets his second.
For
Hands of Broad. Membry gets it moving St Kilda's way again. Sharman up in front. Good mark.
That's a great mark. Great leap.
Second goal here to make the margin 4 goals St Kilda's way. That is a beautiful right foot drop punt.
Just waiting for contact, but good courage. Risky kick, off hands, Membry. Risky. Ricochet rebound, Steele to Burns. Burns tries to chisel one in. Free kick, will it go to Richmond way? To a safer 19-point margin. That'll come back nicely.
Chips towards half forward. Up goes Sharman, couldn't take it. Rove by Caminiti. Hill.
Saints out the back.
Waits the hand pass. Owens sees the Saint out the back in Wilson, and Wilson dribbles it into the goal umpire's feet.
Pongy in the middle to Ralph Smith. Tried to beat the Stocker tackle. Not on. Saints get collection. Steele. Little one to Higgins. Higgins a driving ball. Man loose in the square. Can they get back? Caminiti will get the front on contact, I suggest. He does. 24-point leaders.
Don't knock it over on the floor.
The umpire felt pity for him in the end, but I'm scratching my head as to how that is not a... This will equal his career high in terms of goals. 3, and he's got...
The old Windy Hill or Victoria Park.
Beautiful kick. Butler bends it through, brings more Saints joy. So Wood thrusts St Kilda forward from the side. Perhaps a chance for Membry. Couldn't take the mark. Going low, Higgins. I'm sure he... Well, Higgins able to regain some oxygen. Jones to Steele. Ralph Smith will mark. No, he doesn't. It bounces away from Trezise. Taken by Higgins. Off to Dow to Wood in tight. Gives to Butler, shrugs the tackle. This is Bread and Butler. Butter.
Wilson will drive it low inside 50. There's Higgins still there. Turns, delivers to Steele, and he's got it. He settles the Saints with their first of the night. They want to try and get going. Second in the league for uncontested marks and short kicks. Membry over the top. Created a contest. Higgins, Membry, back to Higgins. Expansive handball. Wood can pop one over the top. Doesn't hit the target. Wanganeen Miller has got to go. Got a couple to beat. Did well. Dow the step. Through some traffic. High kick. They'll contest 25 out. Owens, 2 grabs. Sharman, Higgins, goal! Guthrie with the kick in. Just under 7.5 remaining in the opening half. Webster read it at the back, but then Saltsteel into trouble. It'll work okay because Sinclair can square it. Saints starting to get more corridor ball. Battle, beautifully weighted. And Wood, similar position. He plays on this time, leaves nothing to chance, and kicks St Kilda's third. Took it first use.
Go on, play on.
Clark receives, runs through the front edge of the square. Through the hands of Wood. He's first to recover, picks it up, tries to get it to Higgins. He feeds it back. Flying shot from Wilson. Great start for the Saints.
There's some real trouble here, the Saints now. They just have to kick in hope down the line. Fisted away by Stewart. Nicely picked up, it was Mason Wood. Got it to Sinclair, and that works. So again, a bit of chaos ball. And Rowan Marshall, who's been a good goal-kicking touch in recent weeks, can fire. Rowan Marshall, 23 disposal, 3-goal game last week in their win. Directly in front, kicked it as straight as an arrow. Back-to-back goals, St Kilda.
Short kick to uncontested mark is generally their option. Wood will go longer on this occasion. Higgins presents. Direct football from the Saints here. Sharman will fly. 4th year in the system. The best form of his career. Can he keep it rolling here for the Saints from 50? Strikes it magnificently.
Length of the ground. Back to within 15 points, the Saints. 3 goals in quick succession. Darcy Wilson, open goal square. They've got 4 in a row, St Kilda. Where did this come from? Back to Jack Sinclair. They're making good decisions, the Saints. And now it opens up. Big chance, Mason Wood. All on his own inside forward 50. Free target memory. And they have carved open the zone defence of the Cats and can make it 5 goals in a row here, St Kilda. 11 goals too in the last 4 weeks coming into tonight's match. Huge moment for Tim Membry. Leans back on it. Nails it through. Scores level at Marvel Stadium. Unbelievable. And they're prepared to take some risks. Burns' kick, that'll work to Dow. Overlap run from Sinclair. Had to confront Stewart, kicked it over his head. Caminiti from behind has claimed the mark. Ripped it out of the hands of Henry. He's called to play on. Can he kick one on the outside? The bender's going to work to Higgins. Directly in front. A St Kilda onslaught. And their leading goal kicker, Jack Higgins, directly in front. It's got a couple. Saints have kicked the last 6. Henry probably should have taken the mark. And now the Cats can reload. Their captain, Jack Steele, in the direction of Memory with that trademark 2-footed jump. Takes an important mark. And back through the corridor they come against St Kilda. If it's going to sit for Stocker, they're a huge chance. Out the back, Mitch Owen. Mitch Duncan there to defend. He's got a boot to it, claimed it. Miracle goal from Owen.
Brilliant gift to Bowes. How good was that from Tom Stewart, but it gets picked off. Stewart then lays the tackle on Jones. Sinclair, Saints still have it. Inside 50, Woods all alone. Wants to give it, and does to Hill to put the Saints back in front. 48 metres out. Gives it a ride. Does he get it there? He does!
There may have been a concern going into this last quarter.
You can't imagine something Bradley Hill out in a game like this, can you? Unless it was a required thing to do. Hunter Clark and a big launch from Sharman. Kept his feet beautifully. The goal opens up. The sea's parted. And Cooper Sharman nails it.
Neal versus Howard. It'll get over the back. Wanganeen Miller up. Uses Sinclair. Hit up kick was dangerous. Off the chest of Marshall. First to find it, Garcia. Stocker. Down. Inside 50. Going back with a flight with courage was Guthrie. They skittled everywhere. Higgins, the last man standing. To half forward. Close will fly. It'll get over the back. Burns. Quick kick. Mullen. Wanganeen Miller up. Here's Garcia. To half forward. Kolajasny turns and tracks it back. Off his fingertips. Henry taken down. Sharman. It's Butler versus Duncan. Butler gathers, turns, snaps and goals!
Cleverly hacked it forward. Brian Myers couldn't pick it up. Burns have had some big moments. They've attacked through the corridor regularly in the second half. Cleverly done Butler. A little party trick to Hunter Clark. Downfield free kick. Mitch Owens can make life very difficult here with another goal. 18-13 before tonight for the season for Mitch Owens. Saints fans tell the story. Extraordinary scenes in Marvel Stadium. They trail by 33 at half-time. They now lead it by 24.
They've taken a couple of minutes off the clock. Professional game management, and that'll be 50. Hardy down.
Should just stop and point. Here, go back, take the 30.
Even better. 30 starts now. 45 out. gets it there. What a second half from the Saints. What a good year. Jack Higgins just needs 2 goals to equal his 36 goals of last year, which was a career high. Kicks to a 2-on-2. Marshall at the back, loses his opponent and dribbles through the Saints' opening goal.
Perhaps Marshall's looking to get there now. So Walsh has to sift off the mark a little bit to try and... Gee, amazing that no Carlton player got there at all. Wilson short ball, and it presents this easy opportunity. Poor defensive effort from at least 1 or 2 Blues there. Mason Wood on his favoured left foot around the corner. Pretty good at this, I think. That's good. That's perfection. Doesn't get any better than that.
Hills lurking at the back of the stoppage. Falls to the front, though. Akers was barrelled. It spills to Filippo, who kicks a magnificent left foot goal to put the Saints in front.
Incidents stand out so much because it isn't a common occurrence.
Webster. Membry. Yep. Membry. A look of focus to extend St Kilda's lead. He gets it done.
Brendan Hosking. Just about got caught with the footy. Good Mark Owens. Straightening ball here from Owens. Out the back, Chincotta. The bounce got him. Favoured Wood. Over the shoulder. And he gets the goal. I think he wants to take part in the team. Higgins. Just wonder whether there's anyone out there playing for St Kilda for their future. Come to you in a moment when we get an opportunity to answer that question. Here's Higgins. Higgins a little low under Clark. Clark to Sinclair. Sinclair a beautifully weighted ball to Membry. Reliable kick. Right throughout his career, Membry. Had some good patches. That's nice. That's magnificent. 14 points St Kilda lead. Despite Kemp bearing down on him. Beautiful kick, forcing Clark to run into the empty space. Clark looking to hit someone on the lead. Here it comes. Long one from Higgins. And he's marked. Higgins to play on around the corner. And that's a very nice kick.
Kemp's got eyes for Wilkie and gave away the free kick. Stocker, Steele. Steele assesses, goes towards full forward. It goes Membry, bashed away from him. Walsh front and centre. Then had to slap it. Wilson, Burns. Burns' left foot, snap! Oh, the Saints fans love every second of it.
To go. Butler's come all the way down. Sinclair, Wanganeen, Miller, Webster. A beautiful left foot along the ground here. St Kilda got the numbers. Higgins, does he keep it rolling forward? Do they back themselves or do they stop? Brad Hill. Jones is working into the square. Didn't see him out of the corner of the eye. Jones plays on and goes. Despite the Carlton resurgence, St Kilda score. So careful with the footy, does it nicely to Wood. It's a busy forward 50. Wood looking for the lead. What a fist it was from Saad. Comes back to Marshall. Marshall puts it into space at the top. It's dangerous. Cripps has got him in a headlock tackle. It was a partial suplex. And Dow's got the free. Dow. This ground's a fever pitch. They won't like this. They will not like this, the Blues. Kilda have got it close enough. 4 points in it. What can they do here? Marshall to Burns. A mark will do. A mark will do. It won't help here now. Sinclair, Jones, they keep it moving. Higgins step and bending back. It's a